Hey, you're watching PNW Enduro. This is my 2017 KTM 250XC. It's all cleaned up and ready for sale. And it's for sale because I'm going to show you today my new ride. This is the 2020 KTM 250XC TPI. Just got this bike a couple days ago, and this video is going to be kind of a introduction to the bike and bike build. I'm going to be adding some parts to it, and I'm going to show you what I'm adding and why I'm adding it. Okay, since I've had this bike for a couple days, I've had the opportunity to do a few things to it before the rest of the parts come in. One of the first things I do when I get a brand new bike is I shave the seat down. I'm not the tallest rider, so shaving the seat down helps me get my feet down on the ground a little better. I've also added the TM Designs chain guide. I took that off my 2017 because I've only had it on there a short time and they work really well, so I put that on there. Also reuse the hand guards. These are the Tusk hand guards through Rocky Mountain. I found they're better than the Cycras. They just seem to have better mounting, bigger bolts and screws, and they don't strip as much. They don't move around. Tugger strap, good for hard enduro when you need a little help. This is a Polysport clutch cover, again reused from my 2017. I've added this larger brake pedal tip. It just sits a little bit farther back. It helps for people with smaller feet. You can get your feet on the brake pedal tip. This is actually a product that Chris Birch sells. Had that one on my old bike for a while. As you can tell, it's pretty worn. Also, the Tusk reservoir here just lets you add a little bit more oil for your back brakes. And that helps when you're doing the long descents down the mountains in the summer. It keeps your brakes a little bit cooler, keeps them from overheating. Shinko cheater tire, Dunlop. I'm not even going to bother with the stock Dunlop. The gummy tires are the only way to go. Alright, so I'm really excited about this care package I just got. This is from Bulletproof Designs, and this is what I'm going to use to protect my bike and keep it together. So we've got a bunch of stuff in here. This is a caliper guard. We've got front and rear disc guards. Here's the guard for the tab on the swing arm. This is a TPS sensor. So you can see this plastic piece here. It's not going to be that strong. This aluminum one can be a lot better, so I'll throw that on there as well. And last but not least is the rad guards. So again, thank you so much to Bulletproof Designs for providing these parts for this bike build. So I'm going to get on installing this stuff, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. So when adding protection to your bike, you need to determine what you really need and what the weight is going to be, and also the cost to add this stuff. But just if you're curious, all of this stuff here, excluding the cardboard, would minus a little bit of weight off for the packaging, but I'm at 2573.5 grams. That works out to about 5.4 pounds that I'm adding to the bike once I add all these guards. So I'm swapping out the stock silencer, and I'm adding the FMF Turbine Core 2 spark arrestor. I need to have a spark arrestor pretty much everywhere I ride, so this is a must. I put these both on the scale, and the FMF unit is just over a pound lighter. You can see how the stock one, it's pretty huge on the 2020s, so saving 1 pound on something that I'm required to have anyways. So I've just finished installing the AXP Racing skid plate. These are definitely the best skid plates on the market, in my opinion anyways. And this one has been improved since my last one. I see on the front here, they've shortened it up so you can remove it without having to take the pipe off. They've also added some slots here. I guess that's gonna let water get out of there a little better. And then back here, the beaver tail's also been improved on the angle here, and that protects your linkage. So plastic skid plates are the way to go, much superior to aluminum skid plates. They're lighter, they're just as strong, they don't dent, and they slide over rocks and logs a heck of a lot better. So I know AXP Racing has helped me out in the past with skid plates, and I've done some reviews, and they really are the best skid plates available. Highly recommended. So I'm just going to install the Bulletproof Designs rad guards. They're super easy to change. It's just 4 bolts and put the other ones on. Super easy. The instructions actually say to take your shroud off, but I already did the other side. I didn't even have to take the shroud off. It's really simple. I will admit, on my last bike, I used the stock louvers and I didn't use rad guards. The stock ones are actually remarkably strong. You can see the kind of honeycomb shape on the outer edge, and they're pretty good. Not like they used to be just basically for wind a few years ago. These are pretty strong, but as you can tell, after about 270 hours on the 2017, they're not really gonna protect 100%. This rad is mangled. So the new bike is getting full protection, and that's not gonna happen. So here's a quick look at the rad guards installed. 10 minutes to put these on, really easy. They look really nice in the orange. Got the front disc guard. Still got to do the rear, I haven't got to that yet. Here's the tab protector. Really nice how this bolt here is covered too, because I'm always shearing those bolts off, and it's a real pain to get them off once you round those corners on it. So it's a really nice piece to have. Here's a look at this new ribbed pipe that KTM is supplying on the new 250 and 300 two-strokes. Feels like it might be a bit thicker than the previous ones. I don't know if the ribs are gonna help performance or strength or what. KTM didn't really say. Interesting, but seems like a good pipe. One thing I notice is from the 17-18s, they've put it a little closer to the frame, and they've raised it up a little bit higher as well. So they're kind of taking a page out of Beta's book, getting it more out of the way so you're not going to hit it as much. Another little thing on the forks, it's got these little rubber bushing things here. I think that is so you can test how much compression you're getting on the forks. So it's a nice little feature I didn't have before. Alright, so that's it for the first look at the 2020 KTM 250XC TPI. One more thing I will mention. No Kickstarter. Not a really big deal to me. Honestly, on the 2017, I really never used a Kickstarter. But I'd like to know what you think of that in the comments. Let me know if you think Kickstarter is a big deal or not. I know you can add one, but it's about $500 to add a Kickstarter, so it's quite the expense. So here is a final look at the 2020 KTM 250XC TPI. In a couple days, I'm going to get the first ride on this thing. I can't wait. So stay tuned to the channel and find out how this thing runs. See you soon. Make sure you check out the description of this video. I'm going to provide links to all the parts that I've used on this bike build. Once again, thanks to Bulletproof Designs for providing a lot of the protection on this bike. Okay, got my premix ready. Ratio cup. Don't need that anymore.